Hi, my name's Lisa, and this is take two. So I actually recorded this entire video yesterday, and what happened was I had my microphone and I put a little sweater over my little top that I was wearing, and the whole time there was off and on static every time the little sweater would hit my microphone, which was every single time I moved. So instead of torturing you all with horrible audio, I decided let's just remake this video. So today I wanted to talk about a newer lacetop wig company that I found that I'm just absolutely in love with. It's called Wave Hair Co WIG, and the owner is Kerri. She's absolutely a sweetheart. I feel like she's become a friend just through messaging her back and forth, and I'm just so excited to know her and to have found her. Kerri's amazing. She stands by her product. She hand paints everything herself. All of her wigs are not factory dyed, which is kind of hard to find sometimes these days. And there's a big difference between factory dyed wigs and non-factory dyed wigs. And basically it's in the coloring. When you need to retone or need to bleach knots or highlights, lowlights, anything like that, with factory dyed hair, I've just personally found it very unpredictable. Sometimes the knots don't bleach at all. Other times they'll bleach up unevenly, or sometimes when you're adding a toner, you add the same toner to the whole wig and you might have like pink spots and purple spots, and I've just had all kinds of things happen in the past. So I no longer buy anything dyed in a factory. So I was asked a long time ago to please say what I'm wearing when I'm doing videos. So just so you know, this is an eye wig. This is a 14-inch in silver platinum, which is my favorite color. The only thing I've done to this wig is I bleached the knots and I very heavily thinned it out. No. Okay, so back to Wave. So what happened was I saw a Facebook post where Kerri was selling a few of her own personal wigs. I think she sold 4 or 5 of them. She said she was no longer a small, so she needed to let go out of her own personal stash. So I was lucky enough to grab 2 from her, and those are the first 2 that I'm going to show you. And the other 2 Wave wigs I ended up getting resale from just the absolute sweetest person who I now call a wig sister for sure. Wig sisters are amazing. I love all of you out there, and I just love this community as far as, you know, as far as the support that you find in the community and just sharing in this journey. It's really important. As far as I found, for me, it's a very important part of my journey. So Wave carries 2 different types of hair. She carries Brazilian and European. Now, I think 2 of mine for sure are Brazilian. The 2 I got from her, I haven't confirmed yet, but I feel like they're European just from the denier of the hair and the silkiness, and they're just crazy, crazy, silky, soft, movable hair. One of the things I love about Wave is how she thins her wigs. It's actually really impressive. I don't know how she does it. She's like a magician because I have never found this low of density on the first 2 that I'm going to show you, and this realistic without showing wefts. I think she says they're either 120 or 130 density on her website, and I'm not sure what these 2 are because these were from her personal stash, but they are thinned just beautifully. They are so realistic when they're on. Okay, so let me show you that first wig from Wave. Hi, Cooper. Hey, buddy. Hey, Coopy. Okay, so this is a little shorty, and it's just a beautiful blonde. It has some slight warmth to it, in my opinion. Let me show you those knots. She beautifully bleaches her knots on her wigs. They are pretty heavily bleached, but I do find that when the wig is on, that helps with how realistic it looks. A huge pet peeve of mine is dark knots. Now, a lot of places will say, you know, that bleaching the knots can damage the wig and your wig doesn't last as long. However, personally, and again, this is just me, everyone treats their wigs differently, uses different products on them, everything. But I can say that with exception of my one dud wig, which I did do a video about recently, the bleach knots in hers, I haven't seen any shedding. The wigs have just been perfect so far. And other wigs I've had in the past that I did bleach the knots on, or they came with bleach knots, I just really haven't noticed a huge difference as long as the wig was constructed well and you know, wasn't like a factory dyed wig, if that makes sense. And again, this is my personal experience. Everyone has different experiences, and I have heard nightmares with people with like knots falling out and whatnot. But anyway, so I'm going to show you what this little cutie looks like on in just a second. She does do wefted caps. This one is a size small. And there's that lace top and the lace front. Let's see if I can kind of get it nice and close. Okay, let's see what this looks like on. Oh, you inching closer to the wigs? Okay, so funny enough, this now turned into take number 3. And the reason is, I still can't believe this myself. I went to edit it and lifted up my arms, and I had sweat marks underneath my arms because before I started making the video, I actually was out in my car, vacuuming my car inside and out. So I was sweating a little bit. So definitely look in the mirror before you start making a video. I'm trying this with the sweater again, and hopefully there's no static because I have clipped my microphone on a little differently. So where was I? This is that first new wave wig. It is the short one, nice and low density, hugs to the head real nice. Here's the back. And there's that kind of, that wefting underneath the hair, which, you know, does not show, but I like to just show you kind of how it blends with the cap. Anyway, here is that lace top. Nice and close up, and again, her bleaching is just absolute perfection in my opinion, and also how she plucks the knots, it's just perfect. The only thing we did to this one was just kind of change the layering just a little bit in the front. I had Grace make it just slightly more layered. With the shorter ones, I find that I like when the hair comes just a little bit down over the forehead, and that's just me. It's my favorite, like throw and go. It's just light and breathable, and it fits perfectly. I just absolutely love this wig. I did take it to work with me also in Arizona a few weeks ago. I am a travel registered nurse. So when I do go to work, I wear my wigs like, I would say 14 to about 16 hours, just depending on if I'm staying over or whatnot. And this fit perfectly. No pain, no issues, no irritation. Just worked beautifully throughout the day. Love this one. And again, that hair is just so silky. I know, I'm not sure if you can really see it on the video well, but it just has the finest, softest veneer. It is so silky. Like even when I had my own hair, I had very long, very thick, very coarse hair that held a curl like nobody's business. But my hair was never like crazy, silky, soft like this. So it's like a luxury to have hair this soft. Anyway, you know, very realistic in my opinion, just as far as the super low density that I still have no clue how she gets. But yeah, so love this one. So let me show you wig number 2. And this is that second one that I also got from Kerri's personal stash. As you can see, it's just a little bit more like beige tone, maybe slight ash to it than like the one I'm wearing, but very subtle. It is a beautiful neutral color. And here is that lace top. Again, just beautifully bleached knots. And the inside of this cap is a lighter color, also a size small. Fits me perfect as well. The hair on this also, just like the one I'm wearing, is just so silky and so soft. And one of the things I found with her wigs is they just very, very rarely knot. I can wear them for hours and there's, you know, it's just teeniest, tiniest bit, which is very hard to find on wigs. Let's try this one on. I'll show you what this one looks like. So funny. I can't believe I am making this video a third time. Oh, I'm just a comedy of errors this week, I swear. Okay, so, and I'm not really brushing any of these. I'm just throwing them on so you can see how they look. Just straight thrown on the head and, you know, tousled around. This one also added just a few more layers. It already had layers to it, but the shape of my head, I just had Grace kind of tweak them just a little bit for me. It is just the most gorgeous color of like beige. If you go in between, you can see, you know, it has that just beautiful neutral knotting, or that beautiful neutral rooting. And here is that lace top close up. Again, just beautiful knotting in my opinion. And this is the first time that I've had lace tops that have been so low density, and the front plucking has been so perfect that I actually think that I can put these up without an issue. Let me pull some of this hair out. I've got some stuck in it. Also, because of the density, I think these would be easy to just kind of throw up too, you know, and pull just a little bit out. They're just beautiful. And let me show you that back, you know, just that super low density. And shaking it around. There is that wefting. And again, just super, super simple, easy to throw on, perfect density in my opinion for a lace top. I just love these. Okay, let me show you number 3. So this is my newest one to my collection. I absolutely love this one. Let me kind of stand back so you can see. It is this beautiful balayage of like a more neutral light brown color down to just this beautiful bleachy lighter blonde melt. And this one has some real nice money pieces in the front as well coming down that are lighter than the rest. The cap on this one also just a wefted cap. This one is a size medium, so you can see I do have to cinch it in, but it still fits me okay. I am a 21.5 inch circumference, and I find that with her wigs I can actually do a small or a medium, which is kind of cool. And again, just that real beautiful low density that amazes me how it covers. So let me try this one on for you. Kind of finger comb it a little bit. And this one also, it's just a beautiful, soft, flowy hair. I would say it's still very, very silky. Not quite as silky as the other one, but it's close. So I think this one is her, what's considered Brazilian hair quality. And it is just beautiful. So let me show you that lace top closer up. And that lace front, perfectly plucked like the rest. And I really like her hairline. So I can say over the years, there has only been just a few that I love the hairlines on it. And I'm super picky about hairlines. That's like my one big pet peeve is the hairline. It's got to be perfect, or I find that I end up selling the wig. I don't like it. I don't wear it. That's just my hang up about wigs. And super low density. Let me show you the back on this one. And again, haven't really brushed it, just kind of throwing it on. There's that wefting. When I'm at home, I actually don't wear wigs a lot around the house. I'll usually go just with my bald as an eagle head, or I'll throw a hat on or a beanie. You know, I just don't wear my wigs a ton around the house. Part of that is because I like to keep my wigs in just perfect condition. And when I'm at home, I honestly really don't care. It's just my kids, myself, my husband, you know, no one really cares what I'm wearing. But I have found lately that when I have been leaving the house, this has been pretty much the one that I've been grabbing the most, except for the 2 shorties, which I have been grabbing for like a quick trip out. Okay, so there is that one. Just a beautiful balayage, perfectly hand painted by Kerri. Let me show you my last one, number 4. So this one is a much warmer color. It is a little bit less dimensional, but it still does have, you know, some dimension. It's just more subtle, and it does have those many pieces in the front. Here is that lace top. Again, just beautifully done in my opinion. And just that perfect low density and just super, super soft, silky hair. And this one is a size small. I did find this one secondhand, along with the last one that I had on, from just an amazing wig sister that I now call a friend, who I met through looking for another new wave to add to my collection. And this one's a little bit more overall of like the same length. There's a little bit less layering in it, and the density is just slightly higher in my opinion, but it's still a very nice, very low, very realistic density. And let me show you the back. And that wefting back there. And that part line. That lace front. And I love this one too. I love all of them. I feel like my lace top collection is completed ever since I found New Wave. I just could not be happier with this brand and the quality of her hair and how the caps are made. They're just perfection. I am absolutely thrilled. Thrilled to the point that I actually ended up selling off the rest of my lace top collection, except for my dead, which I won't sell. It'll be going in the trash eventually. I ended up selling the rest of my lace top collection to have 4 of hers in my collection. So my lace top collection, pretty much complete, but one of these times coming up here, I would like to try one of her European quality because I'm so impressed with her Brazilian quality. I just cannot even imagine what her European is. Now, again, I do think the 2 shorter blonde ones, I do think those might be her European. And if they are, I'm telling you, you're gonna want one of these because they're just incredible. So that's it. Definitely recommend them. I am putting a link to her website down in the description. And if anyone has any questions, let me know. And just wanted to share, basically, I've been so thrilled that I found her that I wanted to share with my wig sisters and just share with the community my opinions on her wigs. Hands down, favorite lace tops ever. So thank you for watching and have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time. Oh, and thanks for putting up with my 3 takes to get this one video made, actually. So I'm going to be laughing about that for the rest of the day.